What I eat in a day. Breakfast, 5 cinnamon rolls.
Here's what I eat for lunch as a high-fat 5-year carnivore, and I eat this way to maintain my 30-pound fat loss.
The other day, I stumbled across some strange videos where overweight TikTokers would show off their most unhealthy daily diets. And at first, I was a little bit confused why they were flexing their weight on me, but that's when I realized that these people might actually be professional speedrunners, and I'm pretty sure they are genuinely trying to speedrun obesity. And so today, I wanted to learn from the best and check out some of the most unhealthy TikTok diets I could find to see what unique techniques these people are using to try break the speedrun world record.
What I eat in a day. Breakfast, 5 cinnamon rolls. Lunch, chicken pizza. Snack, mac and cheese chicken burger.
I knew it was gonna be good.
Dinner, KFC family meal.
This is beyond unhealthy. This might actually be deadly, like potentially dangerous. Because we start off with 5 cinnamon rolls, and I think there must be so much sugar in these cinnamon rolls that she has lost half of her brain cells, because I can count only 4 cinnamon rolls here. Where is the 5th one? She's had so much sugar at this point that she's started to hallucinate. Like, she thinks there's a 5th cinnamon roll there. Next, we have a whole chicken pizza for lunch. Okay, wait, I completely forgot that this was just breakfast. So now we're doing lunch, and it's just an entire pizza. And she even dips it in this sort of sauce. Is that milk in a cup? She dips it in milk, and then, okay, why would you? But look at her face. Look at her facial expression as she eats it. There is no way the pizza tastes that good. Like, there is no need for you to make this face. Next, we have a snack. So this is not even like dinner or anything. We have a snack, which is a mac and cheese chicken burger. She puts mac and cheese over a chicken tender and then pours this, is this ranch sauce? She pours this mystery sauce and then puts it into a bun. Like, I understand it's unhealthy and maybe it's gonna help with the obesity speed run, but how can this possibly taste good? And then again, with the facial expressions, she looks like she is being possessed. Maybe this is why she couldn't count the 4 cinnamon rolls before. She got possessed by a demon that, like, just was uneducated and just didn't know how to count, didn't learn how to count at school. But then it's finally dinner time, and she has not just one little, like, tiny, like, single meal. She has an entire KFC family meal all for herself. Like, the point of the family meal is to share it with your family. And she has even more mac and cheese. Is that more mac and cheese? But if you thought that wasn't enough, for a late night snack, she proceeds to eat a Cheeto Puff spicy chicken sandwich. I don't think I've ever eaten these things before. Do they have them in Australia? Okay, it looks like they do, but I've never eaten these before. But anyways, why would you put it into the burger? Like, it just adds maybe a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture. But can't you just eat it on the side? And why do you need to have another burger late at night? But how many meals did they even have? So it's 1 for breakfast, 2 lunch, the chicken pizza, 3 the snack, which is the mac and cheese chicken burger, 4 the dinner, the KFC family meal, and then 5, which is the late night snack. Okay, nice. 5 meals a day. That seems a little bit excessive. 5 bomber clut cinnamon rolls. That's hilarious.
Here's what I eat for lunch as a high-fat 5-year carnivore, and I eat this way to maintain my 30-pound fat loss, to keep my skin clear, and to have 0 brain fog and perfect poops, smooth as butter. My usual stick of cold butter straight out of the fridge, unsalted, personal preference. I've got 7 fried eggs cooked in beef fat, 2 burger patties that I fried up in its own beef fat, 80-20, and here we've got our liquid gold. Jiggly bone broth is so good for your skin, hair, nails. It is the ultimate beauty food.
Something's not adding up here. Why is this her diet, and why does she look like this? This does not, like, it just does not add up. Also, keep in mind that this is just her lunch, which means she must have had breakfast and also will have dinner later today. But apparently she's been eating like this for 5 years. There is no way you eat like this for 5 years and still look like this. Are we trying to speedrun like obesity or like high cholesterol? But she claims that this diet actually helps her lose weight. It has lost her 30 pounds so far. So to start with, I guess this is a bit of an entree. We have a stick of cold butter, and it looks like she just eats it with her teeth. You see these teeth marks? It looks like a rabbit has just gotten a hold of this stick of butter. But that seems like a lot. A whole stick of butter every single day for lunch. Butter is high in saturated fat, which can impact your cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease. Okay, so instead of doing an obesity speed run, we're doing like a heart disease, like heart attack speed run. Then next we have 7 fried eggs. 7 seems like a lot. Because me personally, growing up, I was always told to only eat like a maximum of like 2 eggs a day. Eating up to 1 to 2 eggs a day is generally considered safe and can even be beneficial for heart health. So that means anything above like 1 to 2 might be like unhealthy. If you have high cholesterol, you may want to limit your egg intake to 1 per day. So this person's eating an entire stick of butter, so that will increase her cholesterol. And then she's eating 7 fried eggs. So doesn't that just make the problem even worse? Shouldn't she be only eating 1 egg per day if she's gonna eat an entire like stick of butter every day? Next, we have 2 burger patties, which are apparently fried in its own beef fat. But I'm gonna be honest, these look really, really bad. Like, they look extremely dry. I don't know whether it's like they're just too thin, but like they just look extremely dry. I can already imagine how dry they would be to like bite into. But then we have the I guess is the main part of the meal, which is liquid gold. It's jiggly bone broth, which I don't think is like that bad from memory. It's not unhealthy and can be quite nutritious. Oh, okay. So this is okay. So the issue is that this looks like, it just looks like a bunch of like melted fat. Like, imagine if this was all the beef fat that like they used to fry the eggs and like the patty. Imagine if they just like collected it up after like frying it and they just poured it into this little bowl. Like, that would be like the cherry on top. No offense, but how is this person still alive? Like, how is she still breathing? How many meals a day is this? This is like way too many, I think. Also, why does she start her day at 7:47 p.m.? How do you just wake up at 7:47 p.m. and your breakfast is chicken Big Mac? And it's the double one. Like, you see this bread in the middle. There's two, what is it? Like 2 chickens in there. And it even looks like she's struggling. Like, this looks painful for her to eat. Because I was in Japan last year and I went to this sort of like sumo sort of thing. And some of the retired sumo wrestlers were saying that like they have to force themselves to eat like as much as possible, because if you can't get heavy as a sumo wrestler, then you're pretty much cooked. Like, there's no way you're gonna make it to the pro league if you're like a really like underweight sumo wrestler. And so they would say that they would literally like cry as they were eating food, because like they hated it, but then they had to eat it because otherwise they wouldn't gain enough weight to like make the pro leagues. And so I assume this is what's happening here. She's like forcing herself to eat so that she can make the pro leagues if she is interested in like that sort of stuff. But then 9 minutes later at 7:56 p.m. she goes for a McFlurry, and it looks like with this one at least she enjoys this one. Next at 2:21 p.m. Okay, so it's the next day. Her days are so straight. So she wakes up and her breakfast is at 7 p.m. and so her lunch is like the next day at like 2 p.m. Anyways, she has a single grape at 2:21 p.m. Okay, this is pretty healthy. Then around 2 hours later at 4 p.m. we have bulldog ramen, which is I don't think I've actually tried this one before. I think I usually just do this one, but I assume it's like the same. Anyway, she eats an entire bowl of this ramen and she's even cooked an egg for it as well. You can see down here. Next at 2:56 p.m. Wait, so this is the next day. The next day she has In-N-Out at 2:56 p.m. And what is this? She just pulls out a single chili out of nowhere. Is this normal for In-N-Out? It sort of looks like a butt plug, honestly. That would feel extremely spicy. Like, it would just tingle so bad. But maybe it would feel good at the same time. Anyways, at 5 p.m. we have another bulldog ramen. Okay, and this time the bowl looks even bigger. And she's even cooked dumplings for it. Okay, so we're just increasing the calories even more. Next we have tacos de carne asada. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's just tacos. 8:19 p.m. Okay, so this is hours. Wait. Based on what I'm seeing so far, it looks like she has to eat something every like 3 to 4 hours. So that means on average, she would be eating maybe like 4 meals a day. Then we have a ham sandwich at 9:25 p.m. Isn't that bad for your sleep to be eating food like way too late at night? Yeah, it can negatively impact your sleep. It can disrupt your body's natural sleep weight cycle, circadian rhythm, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, this person does not care at all. She eats a ham sandwich at 9:25 p.m. And then for dessert, she has boba, I think. And why does she look so guilty right now? Stop telling yourself that you're fat because you aren't fat. You are morbidly obese. 32,000 likes. Jesus, 32,000 people agreed with this.
What a fat girl eats in a day. I woke up this morning and I was so hungry. I never normally wake up this hungry, but I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna eat? Hash browns. About 11 o'clock, I was so hungry for a snack. I needed some crisps, so I had some all dress. And then for lunch, my sister made some potato wedges. Favorite snack at the moment is just literally whacking a quick potato in the microwave. Don't know how you make your mashed potatoes, but I put a bit of milk in. We ran out of bagged milk there. A bit of butter, and then you got to add a dollop of mayo because it just makes it like creamy. I don't know if it's the eggs or what. So for dinner, I had cheese and onion mash. Guys, oh my god, this is such a banging dinner. Can't have dinner without having dessert, like literally impossible. So I had one of my favorite desserts, which is sweet potato and yogurt, and it was late into the night, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was hungry again, so I whacked these in the oven, little potato waffles.
I think she likes potatoes. Like, just a thought. I think she might like potatoes, because why is every single meal in this video just potatoes? So we start off with a hash brown, which she just puts in the air fryer. She has frozen hash browns in her freezer. I feel like frozen food is like the biggest like enabler of like an unhealthy diet, because if you just have this like readily available in the freezer, there's like nothing nothing to stop her from just like grabbing one out in the middle of the day and just putting it into the air fryer. I feel like the solution here would be to just not buy any like frozen hash browns or anything. Anyway, she starts off the day with 2 frozen hash browns, which she fries and she adds some ketchup to. Next, we have some chips, which she eats at 11 o'clock because she's hungry. She wants a snack. And I guess so far, that's not too bad. You know, just having 2 hash browns in the morning and then some chips throughout the day. Because even with like an English breakfast, there's like 2 hash browns on there anyways. And there's like eggs and bacon and all that stuff anyways. But then for lunch, it looks like she has some potato wedges, and that's honestly not that bad. Like, she just has this small portion to herself for lunch, and it's just potato wedges. It's just potato. Like, how bad can it be? Unless it was like fried in like pure beef fat like the other person. But then she goes and has another snack after her lunch because she feels a bit hungry. She says she puts a potato in the microwave. Who calls it the microwave? Isn't it the microwave? I'm pretty sure it's like the microwave, not the microwave. Anyway, she makes a potato spud with some sour cream, and that's honestly not that bad, I don't think. It's just a potato. Wait, I'm starting to think, like, how is this an unhealthy diet? How is this a obesity speedrun? Anyways, her next meal, which I assume is her dinner, is the mashed potatoes, and she adds mayonnaise in there for some reason. I don't know why you would add mayonnaise. Who has ever added mayonnaise into their mashed potato? But maybe she's trying to add some extra like calories in there because mayonnaise is pretty unhealthy, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, she just eats it with cheese, and this doesn't look that bad. Like, just a simple dinner. But then this is where she starts to go a little bit crazy, because for dessert, like, she has a sweet potato, and then she puts yogurt onto the sweet potato. Like, who does that? Yogurt and sweet potato. That would taste disgusting. Like, I get that it's called sweet potato, but it's not actually like that sweet. It's not like it's like a candy or like an actual like proper dessert that you're meant to have with like yogurt. And why did she say yogurt? Like, sweet potato, yogurt. And then she has a dessert for the dessert, which is a late night snack, which is just waffle fries, which she just puts into the air fryer. So that's a lot of potato for a single day. I think, wait, let me just double check. Okay, apparently they can cause you to gain weight if they are cooked with like butter and all that stuff. But if you eat it in moderation, which I'm pretty sure this person is eating in moderation, maybe. Apparently it's fine if you like eat it in moderation. Bro, why is every single comment on this video asking about the hash brown? Has nobody ever eaten a hash brown before? I think this person might be able to do it. I genuinely believe that she is the person that will break the speedrun world record. Because for breakfast, we start with a Popeye's chicken sandwich at 10:30 a.m. And to make it even more unhealthy, she pours, is this ranch sauce? She pours a whole lot of ranch sauce onto the burger. Why would you need this sauce? But I guess she is trying to break a world record here. Next up for lunch, we have a buffalo chicken wrap with a banana emoji. What? But I mean, this one doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty healthy. Like, it looks less unhealthy than the other ones. But why does it look like she's in pain while eating this? Maybe she is, so like similar to the other one. But then why does she show the camera here and squeeze all the juice out for us to see? Like, I do not want to see you squeeze the juice out of that chicken. Next, we have a snack, McDonald's at 5:30 p.m. Okay, she just has a whole like cup of Coke. And at first I thought this was the snack. Like, I thought it was just gonna be a light snack, just a cup of Coke. But then she pulls out the real snack, which is 2 burgers. And she calls this a snack at 5:30 p.m. You may as well just have dinner at this point. Anyways, it looks like the first one is like a chicken, what is that? Chicken. I don't even know what the menu is at McDonald's. I don't think I've eaten McDonald's in the past like 5 or like 4 years. So I don't even know what like any of the burgers are called. But she has this chicken one, and why is her mouth just so disgusting? Anyways, next up we have another burger, which is the second burger. It looks like a double stacked burger. There are 2 patties in there, and it looks like there's like bread in between like the actual like what do you call it? What do you call it when it's like it has like the bread and then the bread and then the third bread? I don't even know what that's called. Like, I don't even know the menu. But anyways, after her light snack of 2 McDonald's burgers, she moves on to dinner, which is a Chipotle Cheeto burrito. I don't think we have Chipotle in Australia. I've never seen one of these. I've seen this logo in America, but I've never seen it in Australia. But burritos aren't like that bad, honestly. Like, from what I know, I don't think burritos are that unhealthy. Like, they can be pretty decent if you make them with like the right ingredients. But meanwhile, this person is putting Cheetos in her burrito for some reason. Like, why would you put Cheetos in the burrito? Like, it's not achieving anything apart from just making it more unhealthy. And then for dessert, she has chocolate covered dates and malts. So I think these are the chocolate covered dates, but they don't look like dates to me. Dates are like round, aren't they? Because at least with the chocolate covered dates, at least it would be like not like insanely unhealthy. Actually, maybe this one would be. You see this? Chocolate covered dates stuffed with almond butter. But then meanwhile, this is like some random other thing. I think this is like some like even more unhealthy chocolate bar or something. And she just wants to disguise it as chocolate covered dates so that it doesn't seem like too unhealthy. But then this is what confuses me. Why would you eat like the Maltesers in a tub with milk in it? It's not like it's a cereal or anything. Like I've never seen anyone eat Maltesers like this in a tub with milk. Because then you have to finish off the entire packet of Maltesers here. And this is a lot of Maltesers. This is like an entire meal. And also Maltesers are pretty expensive, I'm pretty sure. $14 for half a kilo of Maltesers. But this looks like one whole kilo. So this is like a $28 investment. It's not even an investment. It's a $28 meal. This looks like it was all filmed in the same hour. Okay, that's a little bit concerning.
Okay, so this is everything that I ate and drank at the New York State Fair the second time that I went.
Yeah, I got this strawberry daiquiri. Okay, so I got these 2 chicken empanadas.
Then I got this elote, which was so good. Then I had this Italian sausage hot dog that had peppers in it, and the sausage had fennel in it. It was so good. This time I also had quite a few beers because it was Labor Day and the last day of the fair, so I thought, why not?
I wanted to get this donut place, but look, the line goes all the way back there.
So next I had this funnel cake, and I have had funnel cake before, but I've only ever had it like delivery. I've never had it fresh, and oh my god, I had no idea how good it could be. Like next a little soft serve ice cream, then cotton candy, and this random guy was trying to talk to me.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Take a selfie.
Last but not least, I got this sugar waffle, which I had been recommended to get. I didn't realize it would make this mess.
First of all, what do you mean by a fat girl trying to gain weight? What do you mean you're trying to gain weight? Is this actually a speed run then? Anyway, she goes to this random fair, and I'm honestly not even sure whether the intention of going to this fair is to like actually like have fun there at a fair, or whether she's specifically going here to just eat as much fatty food as possible. Because first up is a strawberry jackery. I don't know what a jackery is. Okay, I think it's a drink. It's a slushy, a strawberry slushy. Okay, that's not that bad, honestly. And then next she has 2 chicken enchiladas, which is like not that bad. Next she has a elote, and I have never heard of elote. I think at this point she's making up food names. Like, what is a elote? I think it's just corn. Wait, Mexican street food. Elote. I think it's just grilled corn with like sauce on top. But anyways, this isn't that bad because it's just like corn. It's a vegetable, right? Next, she has an Italian sausage hot dog, which has like, what is that? Fennel in it. I think I've had that exact same sausage before at home. Like, but I don't like the fennel. It just tastes a little bit weird. But even then, that's not like that bad. It's just a single hot dog. But then she also says she has a lot of beers, and I think this could be like that actually could be like the highest calorie thing so far, because don't beers have like a lot of calories in it? Standard beer contains 150 calories. Actually, that's not that much, is it? But she said that she has a few, which is like at least 3. So that's like 450 calories so far. Actually, you know what? I don't even know like what foods have what calories. Okay, poultry has 165 calories per 100 grams. And so if you have like maybe like a 200 gram like chicken burger, you'll have like 320 calories. Okay. Bread has a lot of calories, even rice. Anyways, next she tries to get a donut from this place, but she decides not to because the line is extremely long. And so maybe this is a bit of a blessing in disguise. Okay, maybe you should just take this as a blessing in disguise and just not get the donut. Okay, just a thought. But then next she gets this other thing. Like, what is this? I think it's called a funnel cake. Okay, this just looks like a long like strand of diarrhea that is just being excreted out my ass. But I assume what it is it's probably some sort of like donut, and they just get a bag and they just like pipe it into like boiling hot like what is it, like oil for like in the deep fryer, and then they just put like this what is it, icing sugar on top. And so I assume this would taste like the exact same as like churros. But anyways, this looks like a very large serving. Like even with churros, it's just like 2 sticks. Like that would be fine. But this is like an entire plateful of like, what is it called again? Funnel cake. What is this? Next she has a soft serve, which isn't like that bad, but like I do have a suspicion that like the soft serve ice cream is like extremely unhealthy, because every time I eat a soft serve it sort of tastes like there's like solidified fat in there. Okay, apparently it's lower in fat than regular ice cream. Okay, I must have been hallucinating then. But then in the middle of her video she just starts getting hit on by some random like guy just sitting next to her. He tries to make some small talk about the sunset. It's like, oh yeah, the sunset is so pretty, and then the girl's just like, yeah, it's so pretty. Yeah. But then she finishes the day off with an entire bag of cotton candy. And she's not even gonna share it with anyone. But even though she was meant to finish off her day there with like the cotton candy for dessert, she spontaneously finds this random like donut. Like, what is this? A sugar waffle. What is that? A sugar waffle? I've never heard of that. A sugar waffle. Belgian sugar waffle. Oh, okay. I think I've seen this. So it's basically a waffle, but it's just coated in sugar. But what is this eating technique? Maybe this is like the technique you require for like the world record speedrun. She just blows all the powder onto her shirt. Okay, nice. So now she just has to walk walk around the fair like this and everyone's just gonna be staring at her thinking she's some sort of like addict or something. Are you related to Queso? Oh my god.